It's a bit of a different kind of topic of convo. Uh, but this is more, for me, this is more what this was based around in the first place. It was more based off getting through things like, certain things that you go through in life. Uh, you know, the reason, like I've said this before, but I'm always going to repeat it just because if there's someone new watching or whatever it is, the reason I created this brand, this community, the reason I created Outsider was because I went through a very rough period in my life, and when in that period, it made me think, well, when I was getting out of it, it made me think about how many people go through this and how many people are in it right now. And the way I felt, I didn't want anyone to feel that way as well. And so that's why I created this, to kind of help people in, getting out of shitty situations. Like, if you're going through a tough time, like getting through that tough time. And that was the point of me creating this. And so I do want to start talking, of course, the more recently it's more been about, success, mindset, all of those things, which I do love, and I'm going to obviously keep making videos about, keep talking about. But that is more due to the development of my knowledge in those certain topics, reading. When I first created this, I didn't really read much. It was more just emotional intelligence, that kind of aspect. But I do want to go back into that a little bit because obviously, like I said, that's the point. Anyway, enough of the waffle. Never react with your emotions. Never react emotionally because you'll regret it. Whenever you're emotional, you're angry, you're upset, you're not thinking right, you're not thinking straight. And whatever you do in that moment, you're thinking in a place of, whatever it is, in a place of anger, in a place of resentment, maybe in a place of sadness. And so it's definitely, I can promise you that it's definitely not the right way to go about whatever you're trying to do, whether it's, a certain person, a certain event, something that happened, like whatever it is. Just never react with your emotions because, like I said, you're not thinking straight, and it will only end up in you most likely saying things that you regret and that you can't take back. And just as much as it's hard, just don't, when you feel emotional and you feel in that certain headspace, just take a second, take a breath, just chill the fuck out before you go kill someone, and just relax. Like, see it for what it is, go back a bit and look at this perspective, look at their perspective, look at your perspective. And just before anything, just try see, in terms of, let's say, if it's like, a disagreement, an argument with another person, try see it from their perspective. Try see their point of view on it. See both sides, see your point of view. Don't just be biased to your point of view. Look at both sides. And then, after you've taken into account both opinions, both sides of the story, then, react accordingly. Just don't instantly, I know, you get angry, you get upset, and you just want to fucking, like, you just, that's your first instinct is just like, just go off, especially say an argument, like your first instinct is just to go off and just start fucking ripping in. But just take a minute and just don't react with your emotions, because it just won't end well. Yeah. Nothing can be forced. You can't force anything to happen. It will happen naturally. This ties into don't worry about things out of your control. You know, only focus on the things that you can control. And that is true, because nothing can be forced. You can't, for example, you can't force someone to want you, to be with you, to love you. You can't force them to think the way you think. You can't force anything. So there is no point stressing over it so badly, because whatever's meant to happen will happen. You can't sit there day and night stressing over something that you can't even fucking control. Like, it does nothing besides make you go fucking crazy. It will do nothing but harm your mental health. That's all it does. It won't fix anything. It won't change anything. Nothing through your mind, something that's not in your control. Anything thought through your mind about that sort of thing that's not in your control will do nothing to change it. It won't change it in any aspect at all. It will just, like I said, make you go fucking insane and go crazy. So just let things happen naturally. If something is meant to happen, it will happen. That's just how life works. Like, if someone is supposed to be in your life, they will be in your life. If you're supposed to get to a certain point, you will get to that certain point. This more relates with, you know, like relationships and that kind of nature, because, you know, that's not really in your control at all. You can't control another person's thinking, another person's mind, their choices, you know. And so, just let go. Don't try to control everything. It will make you go fucking crazy. You can't control everything. And if you do try to control it, it won't end well. If you try to control someone's thinking, control their actions, and control what they do, how do you think that's gonna fucking work? If you're controlling them into doing something they don't want to do because it's something you want, how do you think that's gonna turn out? It's not going to fucking, it's not going to be sustainable. You're not going to be able to sustain it. Let's say you want to be with a person so badly that you try everything. You do everything in your power to get them to want you, to get them to be with you, to decide to be with you. And the fact that you have to convince them in the first place is already enough evidence that you shouldn't be fucking pursuing it. That is already enough to tell you, okay, obviously they don't want me, so let me just leave it, right? But by you controlling this, that, going back and forth, it helps nothing. It solves nothing. All it will do is push them further, because they'll feel forced into the fucking, say, relationship. They'll feel forced, and then it just doesn't last. It's not gonna last, you know? If someone doesn't want to be in something with their whole 100% heart, it's not gonna last. You need to be 100% in. If you're not 100%, like I said, it's not gonna work. You can't be 1 foot in, 1 foot out. You have to be both feet in, and your whole fucking body and head in. You have to be fully in. You know? You can't just dip your foot in. So, just stop trying to control everything, because you can't control people. You can't control what they're going to do. You can't control their actions. And you cannot control if they choose to be with you or not. So just let it go. Whatever is meant to happen will happen. And yeah, that's it. I hope that makes sense. And yeah, that's it.